if you're struggling with the job market right now, just know that I literally was offered a job, signed a legal contract, was told to quit my current job, was meted and greeted by the whole team, gotten coffee, so excited to have you next week. And then on my last day of my 2 weeks notice for the job that they told me to quit, I was told that the company did not have the funds to bring on a new person and they were rescinding my offer.
As the government shuts down a few days ago, unemployment continues to rise. And it only takes a few seconds on TikTok to see a string of videos of people talking about their unemployment experience or them getting fired. I just want to share some of that.
People weren't kidding when they said the job market was cooked. I just graduated from a top 25 university, 3.9 GPA, and honors. Applying to jobs has literally turned into a job itself. 300 job applications. That's where I'm at right now. And you want to know how many I've heard back from? 3. And all of those part-time positions.
It's like
I don't know what I'm
1%.
going to do. I've got student loans due, rent to pay. I've been slowly eating through my savings. If you know anyone that's hiring, leave a comment.
Leave a comment if you know anybody.
You guys, the job market is literally insane right now because I have used every single connection I have made since starting my professional career, even like college connections. I have messaged every single person that I can possibly think of. I've emailed recruiters that I've talked to years ago about jobs at like previous companies that I was interviewing for. I've even cold emailed recruiters that I found like on LinkedIn, and I'm like, I don't know what is going on here, but I can't even get like an initial interview and I'll be extremely qualified for the job or even overqualified for the job. And I'm like that desperate. I'm just like, I think people are preying on the fact that we're all that desperate. And it's literally insulting because I had one company reach out and they were offering maximum of $55K a year, and they wanted like a couple years of experience. I was like, in what freaking world are you gonna get that? I'm like, I'd rather just stick it out on freaking unemployment and figure it out versus slaving away at a job that probably I won't like or probably be an extremely toxic environment. Because that's unfortunately just common these days in corporate America. But I'm like, I don't know what to do. Every time I apply for something, I make sure my resume is fully tailored to that job. I make sure there's keywords in there that match the job description perfectly. And I literally, even I'll have like initial phone calls with people and they'll be like, don't worry, like if we proceed or don't proceed, we'll let you know otherwise. We won't ghost you. They've all ghosted me. I'm like, don't even tell me that.
Yeah, it is insane the way this is working out, man. Like, as you can see, just off those two people, homie is a graduate, and he can't find anything. He's got nice credentials in terms of the education background, the degrees that he got. He can't find anything past a part-time job. I mean, 300 applications. He got 3 calls back. This lady, she says she's reached out to everybody in her network on social media and in person and can't find a job. And it's just insane. And this is just the tip of the iceberg, man. I mean, there's endless cases that's happening.
6% unemployment in Washington, D.C. and California. Nevada is 5.3% unemployment. The average is 4.3%, but wait, I have worse news. Today is day 1 of the government shutdown. What that means is the largest employer of employees, the federal government, has shut down. Approximately 1 million people are furloughed and without pay. That means they will not be spending money. It will be hard for them to pay their bills. The other ones that are working for free right now. What that means is those people, millions of people, are not going to be spending money every single day in the economy. Expect unemployment to skyrocket. Today, the headlining news was the ADP jobs report. It was detrimental. It was a negative 32,000 jobs. We were expected to have 45,000 for September. And then even to get worse, August 2025 was revised down another 4,000 less jobs. Trump is ruining the economy. Republicans are ruining the economy by not doing their job and controlling the purse. Congress is supposed to approve spending and budgets. Drop your comments below.
Yep, it's getting wonky out here, gang. It's getting wonky out here.
Who else just can't get a job in 2025? I have been unemployed for the past 3 years.
Wow.
And I've spent the last 2 years trying to get a job. And tell me why some of the jobs I applied for, when they didn't respond to me 7 months ago, they respond to me now. Like, just to throw it in my face that I'm never getting a job. If you got a job out there, you lucky, bro. You're so lucky.
Yep, that's happened to me before. When I was applying for jobs, it got to a point where it was like, I forgot I even applied to the job 7-8 months later. Hey, we've gone with another candidate. No shit, Sherlock. I applied 8 months ago. It's either you were not really hiring or you went with another candidate. You didn't need to tell me 8 months later. Like, yeah, I feel his pain. I went through the same exact thing.
Next month will be officially 1 year since I have been unemployed and got laid off from my agency job. I've networked with barely anybody responding back to me. I've interviewed, got to multiple last rounds. Always got the same feedback that they went with somebody with more experience, but I was a great candidate. I've applied to over 1,000 jobs. I've applied to even low-paying jobs. I've applied to internships. I don't know what else to do. I ask questions at the end of the interview. I get to know them. Like, I don't know what else they want from me.
Yeah, I feel her pain as well. Like, this is real. This is real. What the last two people said, it's real. People get back to you 8 months later. You know, you tailor your resume. You're doing all the things that you're supposed to be doing to get these jobs, and it's just, you're not hearing anything back. It feels like you're just literally just throwing information into a black hole. You know when they say, hey, it's crazy when you do the same thing and expect different results. That is literally the job market right now. It's like you keep doing the same thing. I'm going to just keep applying and expecting something different, but nothing is changing. It's actually getting worse and worse. So really it is changing, but for the worse. It's freaking insane what's going on, man. I tell you that. It is insane.
If anyone's wondering what is it like to be a recruiter in this brutal job market, keep watching and I'll give you just a little snippet. Right now, I'm recruiting for 3 different positions, one of them being a junior software engineer. That talent pool is so saturated. Within 48 hours of us posting that one job, we received over 700 job applications and we had to take it down from our career site. Right now, we're only hiring for 1 junior level role, so it doesn't make sense for us to continue considering new applications. And this way, our small and mighty team has the opportunity to go through those job applications. So when we have that many job applications, but only 1 position, the reality is that we have to be very selective with who we talk to, because it's just not sustainable to talk to that many people, because there are other priorities that we have to take care of. We do have to hire for other roles. We do have other projects that we have to work on. And to be quite transparent with you, like if I had to talk to 700 people for 1 role, I don't know, like I would totally do it because I want to help people, but I think I would also jump off a cliff.
And I think that kind of sums that up too. So now we're getting both perspectives. We're getting the perspective of people who can't find jobs or are getting laid off, and then perspective of somebody who's in a position to hire and how they see the job market, right? So to them, it's flooded. To us, it's like, you guys are having fake job postings, right? Because it's like we're not even hearing back more than half the time. So it's very interesting to hear both sides of the story, right? I think I have another video that's talking about both sides of the story. I'm not entirely sure. I gotta find it, but let's go to the next one.
We're doing job interview updates. Yes, I'm a little bit on the verge of tears, so if I start crying, it's why. But I am so I get it. Things don't work out for a reason, but it just feels like nothing ever works out, and it's really starting to piss me off. So there was this job that I was perfect for. I cannot explain it enough. Every fucking thing that they needed, I hit, and I do have a very unique AI specific editing job. I work on AI bots. That is exactly what the role was. Whatever, it's fine. And it was for a really cool company, and stop crying. But I use their magazines every day. I need to stop crying. I use some of their newspapers and magazines every single day for my own personal interests and stuff. And so they posted this role, and I'm so excited for it. And I had messaged the SVP on LinkedIn, and I was like, hey, this is my resume. I really fit this well. And he goes, yeah, the role is based out of LA or New York. Is that okay? And I said, yes, I can relocate to LA. I live in Chicago. Totally fine. And so he is like, great, I'll set up a call, sets up the call with the talent director. And I get on the call, and I've been prepping so hard for this interview because I want it so bad. I get on the call with the talent director. First question he asked me, where are you located? And I said, Chicago, but I'm willing to relocate to LA. He goes, I'm going to have to stop you. I can't put you forward in the interview process anymore. And I was like, okay, even if he's like, you need to be based directly in LA or New York right now, because we do day before notifications for the interview process, and we don't want people spending money to get here for our interview. One, I feel like that's a discretion I should make, which maybe it is the right one. Yeah, I shouldn't be spending money to go on this interview, but whatever. So then I asked him, I said, hey, the guy I messaged on LinkedIn said him and I could chat. So I'm wondering what standard protocol is, because now I'm talking with you. And he was like, oh, I work directly with him, referred you to me, and that's why we're having this conversation. I guess first of all, nobody has applied for this fucking role, because I've been making sure that nobody's applying, or at least on LinkedIn that I can see. And it's been posted for at least 2 months now. I hit every single qualification. So it's can we not just bend the rules a little bit and just give me a fucking Zoom interview? And so I guess I'm just really upset. I'm just really upset because the last job that I interviewed for, they decided to cancel the position right after they had I had finished all the interviews, and they said, if we uncancel it, it's you. And it's just why does nothing work out? I'm really starting to lose my marbles here, and I know the job market is so hard for everyone, but I'm just at this point, they don't want to hire people. They don't want to hire people. They're just posting the fucking jobs, and they don't want anyone in the role, because they had 8 people apply for this job, according to LinkedIn. And it's at least half of them probably weren't qualified, and probably more than that. So I don't know what the fuck they want anymore.
This is literally so true. It's bro, there has to be something going on that if you're not a business owner and part of hiring, you just don't understand. But there has to be some kind of tax benefit or some kind of grant or something that they're getting for just even saying, hey, we're a company that's hiring. Because it's why are there so many of these companies doing the same tactic? It's they're all commingling together. And so it's something that we're not aware of that's going on behind the scenes that they're doing. And it's really shady, and it's going on so blatantly now that it's just bro, y'all need to chillax. What is going on?
And another thing, because this gets me heated, unless you've been on a job search in the last 2 years, you do not know how bad it is out here. The job market is trash. Basura, it's been bad. I'm talking about applying to 20 jobs a day, reaching out to recruiters, doing this on LinkedIn, and hearing crickets. People are trying. People are not lazy. And then people who have a job give the most useless advice, why don't you tailor your resume to every single job? You don't think that I've done that? Unless your job is hiring and you have a referral, zip it.
I've applied for 1,142 jobs. Here's the results. So out of the 1,000 jobs that I applied for, I got 82 interviews.
Oh my God.
82 interviews. Of those first round interviews, 47 of them turned into second round interviews. Then we got 11 final interviews, and then I got 1 job offer. 1 job offer.
Off of
So here are my final results from using the Sprout app to get me interviews. 996 jobs ghosted me. 142 jobs rejected me, and I accepted one job offer. Hopefully this one goes as
So
planned.
imagine,
But like
we just said, right? We just said there has to be some kind of play behind them just like putting these jobs out. We're hiring, but they're really not. I mean, you applied to 1,100 and these are tracked applications. And it says 900 of them ghosted you. That means that was 900 fake jobs. They didn't even come back and say, hey, look, we went with another applicant. They just didn't even respond to the application. To me, that means the job never existed to begin with.
I have been unemployed for what's about to be 6 months, and my unemployment is about to run out. At this point, I'm just trying to really understand what is it that the job market is looking for. They say they want years of experience, but they won't give you a chance. Or you network with people, and that really doesn't get you anywhere. You have the qualifications and the degrees, but still no bites. I've applied to over like 500 jobs, and I've either been rejected by them quickly with an email, or I just don't get a response at all. Or I've gone on 3+ interviews, and then they tell you that they've gone with another candidate. And let me not even get it started on working with recruiters, and some of them either ghost you or they just forget about you and don't present you to other companies. Then my neighbor, she's in the same predicament, who's also been without a job for almost a year. And this is a woman who's highly qualified for many jobs. The 2024 job market sucks, and it's just like, I don't know what they're looking for. And it really starts to make you question yourself as a person, like, is it me? Am I not qualified enough? You start to question your skill set, because it's like, what do y'all want? LinkedIn doesn't work, Indeed doesn't work. And I mean, I'm not giving up because I'm still trying, but it's like, what is it that y'all need? And I've done the networking. I've sent my resume out to random companies just, while I'm on the computer. Even while I'm driving, I'm writing down companies. At this point, I'm just not sure what else is going to work. I just would like a job.
Guess what? Now you're a contract worker. And as somebody who has worked as a contract worker, let me let you know, you're about to get taxed at a higher rate, friend, because contract workers are taxed higher. Isn't that crazy? And you're going to have to cover your own health insurance. Good luck with that in this healthcare system. Yep. Yeah, no jobs. No jobs. Also, women, don't worry. You don't need a job. Your job now is motherhood. We're all going to have jobs as mothers because that is a full-time job in itself. I really do think that. But do I agree with what they're trying to do where every woman has to have a child? No. That's personally not a job I want. But if you are working that job, good job. You're doing a good job because there are no jobs. No jobs. No jobs.
And there you have it, folks. There's no jobs. You want to keep applying? Go for it. They're not going to hit you back. Unless you know somebody, like these videos have been saying, unless you know somebody directly hiring, hey, listen, stop with all the positive encouragement because it is not going nowhere. It's not. I don't, look, let the people applying for jobs for months, for years, let you know firsthand, all of that encouragement is not going nowhere. Unless you got something that could actually put some money in their pocket, on a consistent basis, like a job, just keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? That's what it seems to be like at this point. It's really sad, man. It's really sad what's going on in America. It is really sad. And I just hope that it gets better ASAP. Until next time, I hope you're living well. Peace.